By struggling together, I hope we can build an alternative future where we don't have to oppress each other and we can create a viable future for everyone in this land.
The locals have no force against, since these soldiers go by any law, they just do whatever they want. The fact that I refuse to join the army is my way of showing I won't be a part of this oppressive system.
Of course, Palestinians suffer immensely more and are under a real military dictatorship where they can't even gather to protest for their basic rights.
بعض الناس بيفهموا انه يعني وجود الاسرائيليين هذا شيء اسمه تطبيع وهيك، بس يعني موجود وما موجود ده مهم، هو لانه لو كانت في مسيره فلسطينيه كان الجيش بيضرب كل شيء.
I objected to serve in the Israeli military because I refused to serve the apartheid regime of Israel. And because of that, I was in the Israeli military prison for 110 days.
I understood that there is no way that I'm joining this body and participating in what I saw from the outside as war crimes. You grow up under the illusion that the kids you see have the same rights and are part of the same regime as you. I understood that my city, Jerusalem, is an apartheid city, and these Palestinians on the other side of the streets don't have the same rights that I have.
The military being a protector is big in how people in Israel grow up. Even our mother told me, no, the soldiers are protecting you. As a child, I didn't know why there were soldiers everywhere. But all I knew was that they're protecting me, and I didn't know from what. And later, I was, okay, they're protecting me from the Palestinians.
You learn to internalize the idea that you are going to become a soldier and that you might die for your country and that you would be a hero for doing so. The first time you are exposed to the Israeli military as an Israeli is pretty much the first time you go outside of the house, because there are armed soldiers everywhere, or civilians with large M16s and so on. I went the quiet route and just evaded service and then started attending protests and becoming politically engaged. I looked for the fastest way out, and I went to a military psychiatrist and went through a process of receiving an exemption.
I think it all happened around the age of 17, 18, when I had to make a choice if I'm going to become like a fighting combat soldier or I'm going to refuse. It was a long process of me learning more about how racist the system is and how discriminatory it is. I refused to join the Israeli military in 2017. I was considered like a soldier, so there are a lot of like dehumanizing things about that. It was still very clear to me that I am very privileged. Being a Jewish person in a military prison is different than being a Palestinian prisoner in an Israeli prison. They experience a lot more violence and a lot more tortures, and it's something that I didn't go through. Both our parents were in the military, and our grandparents and aunts and uncles. Except for the two of us, everyone in our family was in the military.
They found themselves having to defend her position in front of their friends and community and other family members who were asking them why Atalia refused. They found themselves, I think, adopting some of her positions and empathizing with them and showing up to protests. It's important and it's significant that the both of us and Natalia, especially with her public decision, didn't do the army.
Being able to change your mother's opinion is the greatest achievement. So it gives me hope that if I was able to do that, I might also change other people's mind.
אכזרי ואלים על עם אחר לא רק פוגע בהם אלא גם משחית אותנו.
זה הבית של היהודים, לא של שמאלנים. שמאלנים ולא יהודים.
I would want to give up my privileges, but it's a long process of creating a different reality where we don't have this big power gap. Now I just need to use it as a tool in order to fight occupations.
The presence of international activists with the establishment of local organizing structures can help reverse a process of ethnic cleansing from this area. It's important for us to show up, and it is one of the most effective forms of organizing and activism that I've taken part in.
The presence of the Israeli is very supportive because for us as a Palestinian, we are always the ally for the occupation soldier and in front of the occupation court. The Israelis are standing and giving witnesses against their army.